All right, welcome to, sorry, set 5, I said game 4 at the beginning. Welcome to set 5 of GTB. We're going to be having hyuk versus, who's that? Guys, tell me who that is. I don't know these Koreans by face. Oh, it's going to be sKyHigh. Okay. sKyHigh. Wrong map. There we go. So we're gonna have Gladiator. This is a map that relies heavily on controlling the high ground area on all these spokes, and it kind of reminds me a lot of Heartbreak Ridge, where it's just all about controlling these high ground ridges and making sure you have the ability to get that high ground percentage miss on your opponent. It's really strong. We are going to be having that TVZ, like I said. Maybe they would try to go for something different with sKyHigh. I'm not particularly sure how good sKyHigh's TVZ is, but I think it's pretty good. He is going to be going for this barracks first, so the very aggressive play coming out from sKyHigh already. He's probably going to be going for a bit of a bunker rush early on. I don't think hyuk is going to be going for that overpull. Looks like he is going to be going for the 12 hatch, and if sKyHigh scouts correctly first, he could definitely do some very serious damage, maybe even kill off the natural hatch. I'll have to see how well hyuk plays, if he plays really intelligently. So here comes the 12 hatch so far. Unfortunately scouting in the wrong direction with his first overlord, but the drone shouldn't have too much of a problem finding out what's going on pretty early on. Very nice wall off there to prevent any sort of counterattacks from coming in. And the double SCV scout coming out from sKyHigh so he can find his opponent ASAPly. And he's going to find him immediately as soon as he passes the drone. And the first Marine is actually just going to come across the map straight away and going to be scouted as well. So hyuk automatically knows what's coming. Hopefully he went for that 11 pull instead of the 13 pull. He's going to have to pull about 7 or 8 drones in order to deal with this. Looks like he's actually going to go for the 6 and then maybe add a couple more later on. Oh no, I was right. There's 8 drones. Look at that. Who knows their stuff? Who knows their ZVT? This guy. This guy. So 8 drones. Really nice job. This is one of those advantages of having high ground, like I was talking about earlier. When you have control of this high ground, you can definitely force some weird fights early on. But good maneuvering so far from hyuk, just kind of warding away those units while he gets his spawning pool complete. But sKyHigh is actually going to continue to be aggressive. Good drone drill coming out, but unfortunately they went the wrong direction, and 2 of those 3 drones being picked off so far, and he really needs to bring those just back into his main. But he's going to try to be cute with this positioning. This is actually so cool to see right here with these Marines and the SCVs. Eventually it is going to get cleaned up, but sKyHigh doing a pretty good job taking the lead in the series. And he's actually, instead of going for that expansion, he's going to be going straight into the factory. This is such a specialized build coming out from sKyHigh. Not at all the standard macro build that you expect. There is a wall off here, so no links are actually going to be able to counterattack. They're going to get blocked off by this Marine, and no Overlord in sight. hyuk has no way of knowing whether or not there's going to be an expansion there, or whether this drop is coming. So sKyHigh could definitely just outright win the game with this Vulture drop. We'll have to see what goes on, but this is tense. It's going to be a pretty tense timing. Lag. Okay, we're good. Things dealing with this, but a little bit weird to just show your hand early. sKyHigh moves out with his first Vulture. It is going to be really annoying to deal with, and these drones are actually going to have to be pulled back to the ramp to deal with this. A couple more drones are going to come down. That's really annoying. But at the very least, Hyuk knows what's going on now. He's not going to be caught completely off guard when a vulture drop comes into his base. And there's a very good chance that sKyHigh may just go directly into mech off of this instead of going for that bio. But at the same time, you can't be sure what turn is going to do at this point, because there are all kinds of weird one-base gas builds that you can do that can transition into either mech or bio. So it just depends on what sort of position we're going to find ourselves in shortly. But here comes the first Wraith, sort of a 1-1-1 all units build. Is this like the Terran version of the? Yeah. Oh dang! I totally forgot the name of that build. I'm gonna remember it later. I promise. The Protoss build where you make one of every unit. If you guys know in the chat, please let me know. But still just making, here comes the first dropship, and a really smart play by Hyuk, responding very nicely with these Hydros, just one Hydros in each mineral line to push this away right now. He's going to go ahead and get the range, just in case this goes into a mech build. It's really nice to just have that ahead of time. Wow, rushing the science facility. So we're actually going to see science vessels come out pretty early, or maybe even one base battle cruiser rush. The stove, yes, the stove. Thank you very much, Scaramanga. I could not remember that. I was like, is it the sink? Is it the bathtub? No, none of those things are right. It's the stove. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. So, first drop is going to be coming in right now. A couple of Hydros already in position. There's a very good chance that these vultures just run straight past and just get drone kills anyway. They're going to get at least one drone kill. So, only one drone kill off of that. That's not what you want to be doing at all. It's not a very good trade at this point in the game. Man, this is such a weird build. But from what I remember, I feel like Light did this not too long ago in the SSL Classic. So, and it worked out really, really nicely. So we'll just have to see how well this is going to work out for our Terran player here. It's such a weird build. I honestly don't see this enough, so I don't really know what we're gonna be seeing. I don't know what the Terran player, the next transition is gonna be, etc., etc. But another drop coming in here. Gonna try again to go for this, and no defenses in here this time. So, oh, never mind. I take it back. A couple Hydros, kind of mosey their way up, and Spire's now finished, so Scourge are going to completely shut down this drop play, completely shut down this Wraith harass. So very nicely played by Hyuk so far. He's just been very defensive, taking this third comfortably, and it is going to be the bio transition for sKyHigh. So this is basically what this opening has done is it has forced the Zerg player to take a third base much more slowly and kind of screwed up the normal tech that you would go for as the Zerg player. So it's not quite as clean as it would normally be. You've forced the Zerg player to make a bunch of Hydras, and the Zerg player actually can't scout into your base because you have that one Wraith. So it really just depends. I don't know if Hyuk even knows what his opponent is going to be doing. He really needs to send a Scourge just to fly in there. Excuse me. Just to fly into the Terran base and just see what's up. But we are going to be going into Lurker tech. So very nice pivot for overmaking these Hydras. He can go into the Lurkers and just go Lurkerling off of this. So very nicely done so far by Hyuk. Again, Hyuk just really impressed me with his decision making. Just playing very smart and responding to his opponent appropriately. There is a certain attack timing that's coming out with a whole bunch of tanks, these science vessels, and some marine medic, and it comes a lot earlier than you would think. because the Zerg tech has been slowed down for quite a while, it basically means that defilers are not going to be out, and this is going to rely entirely on just really good lurker ling surrounds. We'll have to see how well this goes. I think this is one of the better maps for it though, because if you move out pretty early with those lurkers, you can delay for a long time using these high ground ridges. But it looks like sKyHigh is going to be moving out right now. He's made his last round of bio. He's going to be pushing out with almost full energy science vessels. Be scary high energy. So it just really comes down to good positioning on the Zerg part and being smart with how he's moving his units around. But a couple of Scourge out here and just try to snipe any science vessels that are out of position. And sKyHigh is actually going to be taking it a little bit more slowly. It looks like he might actually take a third behind this before pushing out. We'll have to see. Lots of lurkers coming out, and this means that the hive is going to be really late. It's going to be rely entirely on just huge ling lurker numbers, which, as we saw in last game, worked quite well for hyuk. Hyuk is pretty good at this particular style, so we'll have to see if he can hold this off, if he can slowly kite back these siege tanks properly. It's going to be pretty tense the next couple of minutes. So sKyHigh moving out right now. And it looks like hyuk's actually just going to go for a big counterattack. This is very interesting, or at least he's just going to go for the big flank. And this is it. Units coming in from the front, units coming in from the back, and these lurkers get right on top of the bio, but I'm not sure if it's enough. I didn't see what happened in the back, but it looks like all of the lurkers just die off immediately, and all of the hydras going down. I think that's pretty much it. A lot lost for hyuk there. A ton of gas invested into those lurkers, and they just died instantly. Not enough lings to soak up those shots, and sKyHigh is going to be able to push in here. As soon as sKyHigh gets control of this ridge, the game is practically over. There's no way that Zerg can actually come back. And that D-Matrix, oh, what a cute play. sKyHigh just showing off just really intelligent play and cute little micro tricks here and there. There's the GG, 4-1 in the series for Team Mong. sKyHigh just playing very technical, very clever game.